I'm Joe LaCava. I'm Council President Pro Tem at the City of San Diego City Council. I'm also Chair of the city's Environment Committee, and I'm leading the effort to get City of San Diego designated as a Bee City USA. And with Pollinators Week right upon us, we thought what better place for us to land than right here at UC San Diego's Department of Biological Sciences, and more importantly, Dr. Nieh, who is a professor studying bees and pollinators, and it's going to take a few minutes to actually help us better understand the health of bees, the issues that affect them, and make sure that we as a city do a better job in our commitment to be a bee city.
Well, thank you. It's really an honor to have you here, and I'm so excited about Bee City. The research that we do is focused on two areas: bee communication, which you see here. Bees are the only animals, apart from humans, that can give each other very specific directions. And what they care about, like us, is food and home. So they can use this communication system to tell other bees where to find great real estate for a new home, or to find flowers and bring back that nectar and pollen. So that's one of the things that we look at. And the other aspects, we're interested in honeybee health. People are very concerned about declines in honeybee populations and overall health. And we're looking at vaccines, improving the balanced omega fatty acid diets of bees, which, believe it or not, is important as well, as a way to really try to solve some of the problems that they face from disease and pesticides.
Well, I think bees are one of those things that we kind of take for granted in our ecosystem until one day you say, I haven't seen a bee in a while. And we're used, of course, to the typical honeybee that populates or pollinates our flowers and stuff, but there's much more variety of bees here, even just in San Diego County.
Exactly. So we are a biodiversity hotspot with now over 600 species of bees. Every time I keep checking, it goes up. And we have a lot of specimens that you can see in a moment, showing you some of the amazing diversity that's right here in our own backyard.
Wow. And I know, again, most of us think of honeybees and honeycombs. Why don't you share a little bit about what those models are trying to tell us?
Sure. So this is a model, and I tried to put in everything that we know about honeybees. But over here we see yellow jackets actually going in and raiding our honeybee nests. This is happening this time of year around San Diego. There are different diseases that affect honeybees. For example, this is a COVID-like virus that is actually deformed wing virus that affects honeybees. This virus, they have deformed wings. So it means that they can't fly, they can't get food for the colonies, and unfortunately they can pass it on to other bees as well. A honeybee queen is larger than the workers, and so this is actually proportion in size to the other combs of what that queen cell will look like. And so it shows some of the fascinating biology and social structure of the nest.
With the Bee City, the City of San Diego is committed to kind of changing a lot of its practices. What do you think are some of the key things that the City of San Diego should be doing differently?
You know, I think one thing is public education. That's my number one aspect, because there is a huge diversity of bees that people don't appreciate it. And very often when I talk to folks, they think that there's just the honeybee, but in fact there are over 600 other species that are native here. And so getting that message out, but then connected to that is improving our biodiversity, making sure that we have sustainable practices. So if you see little holes in your lawn, do not do as one popular website suggested, go and pour boiling water down to kill the bees. You know, it's not really doing, these are not golf cells, they're tiny, tiny little holes. These are their homes. So try to have a little bit of space for the bees, reduce the use of pesticides and chemicals. It's better for our health, it's better for not just the bees, but our entire biosphere and all of the pollinators that are in it. So I think reducing the use of chemicals, increasing education and awareness about biodiversity, and that can link to a bunch of other more sustainable gardening practices.
Well, I really appreciate you taking this time to share some of your thoughts, what you've learned over the years. So to wrap up, you've talked about educating the public and helping us understand it's not just honeybees and the honeycombs that we're also familiar with, but a wide variety. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us that we should know?
I would just add that people talk about the problems with honeybees. There are problems with honeybee health, but they are in no danger of going extinct. However, a huge variety of native species are going extinct right now, and there are bumblebees that are on the critically endangered list, on the red list, and these are things that we should really be worried about. But I see it as a plus for everybody to be concerned about bees, learn about bees, that they should understand that what's really endangered are our native bees.
Native bees. Okay, well, I'll leave that as a hopeful note because we are paying attention to this, we're studying it, we're understanding, and more importantly, I think the general public is beginning to understand the importance of these interactions and what we at a human level can actually do to promote and save. So thank you for that very good work. Thank you for the education you're providing for that next generation of scientists and helping us get the word out about bees. So thank you, sir.